You can hear me, Brody?
Yeah, I hear you clear, G. You clear. Clear as a whistle. Grrr, grrr. L.O.T.S approved media. Don't shoot the messenger. Podcast. Episode number 42. Y'all see who we got in the building, right?
Woo.
Yeah. We got Miami native, Dade County native.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Uptown
Dade
native.
County was popping.
That part. I think a lot of people are familiar with this guy. This guy's very familiar in the city. Everybody knows him in the city for the most part, if you're a Miami native. And a list of other people that are not from Miami, right? And we'll speak about that. But for the most part, Chan, how you doing today? How you feeling?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. It's a good Friday, man. We just out here grinding, you know.
Grinding. So what's the grind right now? What it is right now? Tell me about this before. Don't even go into that. Let's just go into the history of you first of all. I apologize about that. I need to go into the history of you. All right. When you started, how did you get into how did you get introduced to Ross? And just even maybe if you want to go before that too. Because I remember you was down with it. I'm gonna go into the bag. All right. you had a team before you was signed to Ross, right? And I seen it was 4 members, right? Yeah. Am I right? 4, right?
Correct. You correct.
Okay. What was the name of that clique, that team?
The first group I was in, that was called Co-Defendants.
Yes, sir. Co-Defendants. Facts.
Yeah, shout out to Vito No Shake, shout out to Titanic,
shout out to Vito.
Boy Wonder, Yoko. Yeah. That's
so you said Vito,
family.
So you said what was the members? What was the members? Can you repeat that for one more time?
Vito No Shake, that's half a Piccolo.
Facts.
Titanic, and Yoko, Boy Wonder. Yeah.
All right. So I recall that, brother. I seen the cover, right? Now, was that y'all was in a lineup or something?
Yeah, we was in the lineup. We was co-defending. We was in the lineup. Yeah, that was a hard album cover right there.
We gotta bring them into the culture. You gotta let them know who you is, though.
Man, that was definitely, man. There was good times, man. We was just really just grinding. That was like the beginning. That was more so in the beginning stages of my career. A lot of learning experiences came with that, and that was my introduction into the music world in Miami. You know what I'm saying? I always been in the streets. I always been a little bad jit in the streets, but taking music serious, that was my first real introduction into the music scene. You know what I mean?
Okay then. So from there now, so we got the originally how you started. Now, was there anything prior to that? Was you a part of anything prior to that? You got a history, brother.
I used to rap. I was on my solo shit. Like, definitely shout out to Larry Dog. You know what I'm saying? I gotta always
shout out to Larry Dog, you know, ugly niggas. Shout out to Larry Dog.
Miami pioneer. You know what I mean? And he was very influential in the beginning stages of my career because he gave me a platform. He gave us a platform to perform our records, you know what I'm saying? He brung he made a lot of our local artists mesh together. Like, we had to network, we had to do records together, we had to, you know what I'm saying? We had to learn and figure this out. A lot of artists today that y'all see that represent Miami or that are staples of Miami came from the Miami Larry Dog circuit. You know what I mean? He got venues for us. He allowed us to perform. It gave us great character. You know what I mean?
Facts. So shout out to, if you guys don't know who he's referring to, Larry Dog. He's a staple of Miami. Period. Comedian. You heard? He used to be at Tucker's. A lot of people used to be performing at Tucker's. You heard? So shout out to Larry Dog. You know what I mean? And you're cool dude. We need to have Larry on the show too, because I spoke about that. Definitely. So this is the timeline, right? Let's get it back. So this is Young Bree's timeline, y'all. So you're coming from this Larry Dog movement, right? You starting off with that. So Larry gave you your platform. Then you moved on to Co-Defendants.
Yeah, Co-Defendants.
Right? Co-Defendants. So from there, what did it lead to?
From the Co-Defendant situation, I traveled, I toured, because we were also a part of. It was a DVD at the time. It was a DVD, but it was a media-based. How can I put it? It was a media-based circuit called East Coast Riders. If you're from Dade County, if you're from any southern part of the states, and you into cars and stuff like that, you would know about the East Coast Riders, and you know, Co-Defendants was a big part of that. So we went on tour. You know, we did like a 25, 30 city tour. And from there, I really focused on my solo project. At the time, mixtapes were hot. Mixtapes were the thing. So I actually started focusing on dropping solo mixtapes just to get noticed in the local regions. You know what I mean? Just to give them content, get them material, let them. You know, that was my introduction to who Young Breed was. So a lot of mixtapes and stuff I did and dropped. It was great for me, and it caught the eye of Rick Ross. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your
I
screen
was doing
freezing a little
records and
bit,
stuff
Breed.
with Gunplay.
Your screen
Can you hear me?
freezing a little bit. It's freezing a little bit. I don't know, because maybe because you're moving. It's the first time I've done this in a moving car. You heard? So it was free. It was doing good at first, but now it's freezing a little bit. You heard? Okay, now you better. There you go.
We finna get right, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just saying, I started out in that little section, and when me starting to do my solo mixtapes and solo projects, I ended up basically catching the eye of Rick Ross. It was just perfect timing. I was doing a lot of records with Gunplay, Torch. We was doing a lot of records, a lot of mixtape vibes. Gunplay and Torch used to invite me to a lot of shows, locally, out of state, and we just built we built the nice little it was a good mesh. You know what I mean? We built the nice chemistry together.
Facts.
And what happened was we started dropping records after records. Eventually, some of those records landed on Ross' table. Ross already knew me from hustling in the streets and grinding in the music game. So it was just perfect timing when Ross was ready to introduce his solo entity with MMG. I just happened to be in line, man. And, you know, God's plan, you know, we made it work, man. And it was a lot of big things that came out of that situation.
Okay. So basically, so from going from Co-Defendants, so you run into Gunplay. You're doing music with Torch and Gunplay. So now that subsequently leads you to Ross, right?
Yeah.
So now, so with Ross, with that being said, you did have a project, right? The Carol City Cartel project originally, right? That was Ross's first group that he was ever a part of. I would believe prior to. I know there was things, rumors of him joining Boys in the Hood. I'm familiar with a lot of people know. I know the history of this, right? But I don't know if that actually came to fruition. Actually, you know, there was no project actually came out. But other than that, I think you guys would be like the first group, right?
Right, correct.
That's Ross's first group.
Yeah.
Right. So boom. So now fast forward now. How was that whole experience for you? Just going from Co-Defendants, this Larry Dog movement. Now you on a big platform. Now you with the big dog. You rolling with the big dogs. You know what I mean? The Sharks. You swimming with the Sharks, right?
Swimming with the Sharks.
So how did that feel? How did you feel when that whole situation transpired?
I could tell you this. I could walk you down memory lane because I remember it like it was yesterday. Shout out to Booby. Y'all know that's my brother. You know what I mean?
That's your manager, right?
Yeah. He's
shout out to
manager.
Booby. Shout out to Booby.
For sure. Booby put together a situation where he was determined and he was willing to get the music to Ross. And he basically was like, hey, we're gonna put this project together. I'm gonna get this to Ross. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Me and Gunplay already had a situation in our head where we was finna get started and start working and do different things, you know. So I was hearing Booby, but I was really listening to Gunplay. Like, you know, this my man's, this who I'm riding with. You know what I mean? So
facts.
Booby takes the mixtape that we did at the time, which had Gunplay records on there, me and Torch, etc., and he pulls up on Ross. He let Ross know, hey, you need to bang this. You know what I'm saying? You need to bang this straight up. And Ross thought it was Booby. Ross thought Booby was rapping.
Okay.
So he was like, damn, you rapping, nigga? You rap now? And he like, nah, this breed.
He
Da, da,
thinking
da.
Booby got that
And
fire. Booby just out of nowhere had this hidden talent.
yeah, he
not
like,
knowing,
damn,
not
you rap
knowing.
now?
Yeah.
He not knowing. When he figured it out, it was breed. In the next couple of weeks, we all got random texts that said breed, Maybach music. So
that's how.
really
So let me say something. So that random text, that was the first time that you caught wind of that you'd actually Maybach music through a text.
Yeah, that was the first time. So we got the text. I ain't know who the hell it was texting. I ain't know how he got the number or nothing, so I ain't know what was going on.
Mysteriously, he got your contacts like that.
And the next day I get a phone call from another random number. Nigga like, damn, what it do? Where you at? I'm like, I'm in the hood. What's popping? I'm thinking it's one of my homeboys. I'm like, I'm in the hood. What's popping? Nigga say, oh, all right, shit. If you busy, I'm going to just hit you up. I like, all right. I hung up. It was Ross. When I realized it, when I realized it, I called that nigga back like, nigga, I ain't busy. Nigga, what's up?
Wait. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Cause you can't fly through these stories, bro. You can't fly through it. We gotta pause now. Cause y'all remember this the big moment now. This the big moment now, right? Yeah, y'all gotta excuse me for the Knicks. You know moment. We heat, but had to match. Listen, I know they're gonna kill me about the Knicks hat. Listen, I'm not no Knicks nigga. You know what I mean? But you gotta match. You gotta coordinate.
Straight up.
Listen, right? So now, let's get this clear. You received a text that let you know you didn't know you was Maybach music prior to you getting a text. So you got notified through text. Right. Now you getting this mysterious call, right? You grooving, you moving with your peoples, you in the streets. You get a call. Unbeknownst to you, he didn't say his name during the call, right? He never said this is Ross calling. This is Ross on the phone.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to know it's him. I'm tripping. I'm supposed to know it's him.
So you couldn't tell by the raspy voice? You didn't hear the
I'm tripping. That's why I say I'm supposed to know it's him. I'm tripping. My mind just, I'm in the streets. I'm hustling. I'm in the streets. So I just picked the call up. Nigga like, yo, where you at? I'm like, shit, I'm in the hood. I'm just, I'm grinding. Nigga said, all right, hit me up if you busy, man. Just hit me back. When I realized that after I hung up, I'm like, hold up. Man, I was rock. Man, hell no, I ain't busy. Man, I called that nigga back like, boy, I ain't busy. What's popping?
That could have been now. Imagine if you would have took that serious. Like, you think that could have been the window closed? You think that would have been it for it? Like, or you would have got a second chance. Sometimes you coming from we coming from the streets, bro. We know an opportunity. Sometimes that door you can't knock on that same door twice.
That door closed on you quick. That door closed on you quick, so you got to be on point. So,
because he could have been disappointed by that.
I turned that into a beautiful situation, man. That was a great situation. When we finally sat down, got in the studio, started putting work together. It was a great situation, man. He invited me to the studio because, if I ain't mistaken, he was working on the Deeper Than Rap mixtape. Okay. I believe he was working on the Deeper Than Rap mixtape. He invited me to the studio. I think we had to do like a couple records, but who I was in the studio working with was Scotty Boy. Shout out to Scotty Boy.
Shout out to Scotty Boy, Haitian Mafia.
That's my brother. That's my brother. You heard me.
MMG.
Fact. Give them what they asked for. That's the first record I did that I released with Ross featuring. It was me, Ross, and Scotty Boy. Give them what they asked for. So that right there, that was great. That was a great feeling because I was in the studio with Scotty Boy came from the same Larry Dog circuit with me, hustling, grinding. And that was a great moment to share. You know what I'm saying? We like, damn, bro, we in the studio with Ross. We getting ready to drop these records. We on the new label. Like, man, that was an undescribable feeling, man. Like, I want all artists to be able to experience that and have that love and feel that emotion and what it comes from when it comes to working hard, doing something you believe in, and then getting noticed by a higher power or a higher person or level in that. And you know what I mean? It motivates you. It gives you a different type of drive, man, because that motivated me for years and years to come. And I'm still motivated by it, but that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling. I remember that.
Facts though. Okay then. So you made back now. You brushing shoulders with the big dogs. Like I said, you swimming with the sharks.
Yeah.
So your label mates. Let's speak about label mates. Meek Mill at one point. Well, I don't know if he's still part, but I know. Let's just say he's still part of that conglomerate. We're gonna leave it at that. And not to say that he signed or what have you. I don't know the logistics, but he's still part of the camp. As in,
Okay.
I believe he was seen
Right,
at the
right.
car show. Yeah. What I'm referring to is Wale at the time, Meek Mill at the time, Amarion at the time, and a list of other artists. How did that feel rubbing shoulders with those type of artists? Like just the experience around. And remember, Meek was at his hottest point at that time.
Yeah.
And I believe Wale
man,
too.
Yeah. Man, I would say, you gotta remember. I try to get people to remember Meek and Wale and even Omarion. You know, these guys are talented, super talented guys. They already had big entities, man. People, you know, they had their following, they had their fan base. You know, these were people that we already knew about. We already knew they was popping and stuff like that. So when they came along, I could really just say, like, man, it was still a good feeling. It was like I was watching my brother Ross grow his label. I was watching him grow his label and also bring new artists in, other people, and give them chances and shots. And so it was just a great feeling. It was more motivation. Everybody was ready to grind. Everybody was, you know, we was doing records together, man. And, you know, it was a good vibe, man. Like, I felt like it just helped. It helped our camp. It definitely helped our camp. It helped what we was working towards and what we was working for. So, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm
it was a
speaking
great
of.
feeling, man. It was a great
That's
feeling.
That's what I'm speaking of. Because I feel like you guys is like, okay, you know, you got the Bulls in a certain time their era. I feel like you guys made about music. You guys was a movement, right? And still is a movement. But I just feel like you guys were one of the more prominent labels. And you guys had a real roster. I like the roster at Maybach.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I like that roster.
All right, it was definitely dope.
All right, now listen. We went through the timeline of Young Breed. All right, and we'll speak again. Definitely, we'll have another. Hopefully, come back on the show because I know we can't tell your whole life in one podcast, right? So, I want to go into some current events that's been taking place, and I just need your opinion on some things because I know some of these artists you've been around, right? Some of these artists you've brushed shoulders. Young Breed, you've brushed shoulders with a lot of artists in the industry. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're privy to information that the average person does not know. Let's just be clear, right? And you've personally met these people. No matter what capacity your relationship is with these people, you have relationships with these people, right?
Right.
How do you feel about the whole Young Thug YSL case right now? And just, I'm not even going to guide it where you want to take it. Just how you feel.
Unfortunate situation. That's what I say first. Anytime you see a successful young brother, you know, working hard to feed their family, and you see them in a situation like that, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? I don't know the logistics. I really don't even. Me personally. Like, I don't know if you know. I know you see me tweet a lot. I'm frequent on Twitter and stuff like that. I rarely speak about people cases, and if they open cases, I definitely try not to speak on them. Yeah. And that's just simply because I know things can hurt people in those situations more than they can help them.
Okay. So I wasn't even talking about the logistics. I agree with you.
Yeah, I stay away from the logistics. Unfortunate situation though, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And you know, I you know, the man, you know, he fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? That's a serious situation. So, you know, I feel like, you know, damn, you know, it's messed up. He's an entertainer. You know, he has to. That's how he feeds his kids. That's how he feeds his family. He's responsible for a lot of families. Responsible for a lot of people. So, you know, when they put a pause on you like that to make you prove your innocence, it's an unfortunate situation. You know what I mean? And that's really, you know, we pray for him. You know, we praying for the thugger, the YSL situation. You know what I mean? And hopefully he could get back to making good music, taking care of his family, and get to it. But you know what I mean? It's just an unfortunate situation. That's how I feel about it.
Facts. And I just wanted your opinion because I know these are people that you've been around, right? Moving on.
Right. Yeah, definitely been around Thug, young Thug, professional, hard worker. Get to it. I've been around him a few times, man. Shout out to YSL, man. Free Yak too. Free Yak Gotti. You know what I mean?
You think Thugger gonna beat that case? You think Thugger gonna beat that case?
Man, I hope he do. I pray he do. It look good. It look all right for him.
All right, we're gonna move along. We're gonna move on to something a little bit more lighter, right? Your man's Quavo seen with what's the name? With Offset, right? It's a big thing now because you know we haven't seen Quavo and Offset since the passing of Takeoff. Right. This is the first time we're seeing that these two individuals are actually embracing each other once more. How did you feel when you seen that?
Me being a person where I have brothers, I got cousins, you know, I got close relatives like that, and we fell out. You know what I mean? We fell out and not spoken to each other for a while. But I know one thing about family, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you family, you can't hide it. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? I don't care how upset you are. I don't care how deep the situation is. At the end of the day, it's family. You know what I mean? So I think when I saw Quavo and Offset together, I looked at it as I knew that was going to happen eventually. You know what I mean? It was good for hip hop. It was even better for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, after dealing with, you know, the Takeoff situation, God bless the dead. That's just something I thought I'd see. I thought I'd see that sooner or later. And I feel like it was good for hip hop. You know what I mean? Shout out to Quavo, shout out to Offset. I feel like that's a great start for them to start working towards. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's dope.
I agree with that. I agree with that also, man. Like I said, you know, these individuals, it's the first time that I'm seeing them embrace each other. They was there for the Takeoff tribute, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy that they embrace each other like they did, and they did it visually, the good picture.
Right.
How do you feel about them with future projects? Do you think Migos lost any type of momentum? If in consideration of if they come back together, would they have that same effect?
I don't doubt that they would still make great music. I just feel like, you know, without Takeoff, you're gonna be missing a piece of the Migos. You know what I mean? Like
talk.
Yeah, their formula was unmatched. You know what I'm saying? Like they did something to hip hop that hasn't been done in I almost want to say ever. You know what I'm saying? Like they were the biggest hip hop group in hip hop in the world. You know what I mean? So what they did and accomplished, you know, it's hard. It's hard to match that. So I don't know if we would get the same feeling or the same music, but you know, they both can make great music. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Quavo fan. I'm an Offset fan. Okay. So you know what I mean? I would love to hear their project together. I would love to hear them work together again, but
facts.
I'm not sure if it'll be the same effect as the Migos. We're never gonna have that effect again.
And I somewhat agree with you. I agree with you. It definitely can't be the same effect. And I agree with you also. I want to see them do that project. I want to see Quavo and Offset do Offset do a project. Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Right? We're gonna go to something else, right? Beyond the hip hop right now.
Okay.
What's up with this submarine?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You could tell me more about the submarine than I could even say.
Listen, I got
What
you, Chad.
they
I
told
got
me
you.
it was a
I got
when
you.
they told me it was a billionaire and it was like rich white people. I kind of like tuned out, man. I was like, it's unfortunate, but that ain't nothing. That ain't a story I'm following, man. Cause I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay, so listen, it's the thing about it, right? Now I know we in the hood, we ain't going in no submarines.
Yeah,
We ain't traveling no submarines. But just the concept of it, right? They going down to go see the Titanic. The Titanic is a wreckage. You know about the story about the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
In the iceberg, right? So now they want to go see that wreckage. They got their own submarine. The submarine, how they controlling it, they say it's like a PlayStation controller, how they controlling the submarine. That ass, bro. You can't make this shit up.
I saw the controller.
Facts. It's something like the Soldier Boy controller. It's like the controller little console little shit, right?
Yeah.
So now they go down there. These are number billionaires on there, rich people on there, right? I guess they lost track of the submarine. The people that were supposed to be monitoring the submarine, they lost track of the submarine. They was counting down on the hours that they had, right? There's a little something here. I'll just go into it, right? It's like this. Titanic submarine goes on a voyage to visit the Titanic wreckage underneath the bottom of the sea. The submarine got stuck 2 miles below surface level. Passengers have 6 hours left of oxygen. Now, that was 6 hours. Obviously, they consider I think they're dead. Rest in peace to the people that were involved in that, right? But I think they passed away, obviously. In which the passengers had 5-6 hours left of oxygen. If not rescued, will subsequently die. All right. Now, these are the name of some of the identities. Shahzada Dawood, that's a Pakistani businessman. All right. And his son. So a man and his son passed away in there. Right. Another guy named Hamish Harding, a British businessman, pilot and space tourist. Paul Henry, Nargelet, a French diver and Titanic expert. So he's the Titanic so-called expert, right? But ironically, he wasn't smart enough not to take his ass on that trip. A next one, and Stockton Rush, the CEO and founder of the submersible Washington, whatever that is. All right, the Titanic lies. All right, so the Titanic lies around 12,500 feet below sea level. For perspective, the world's deepest scuba dive, the deepest scuba diver only went 1,090 feet. All right, that's just to give you an example of how deep that they are below the sea. But just for the most part, these are all billionaires, right? This is the crazy shit about the story. Cardi B. I don't know if you're familiar with Cardi. I know you're familiar with Cardi B. I don't know if you've met Cardi B, how your relationship is. Once again, because I said breed is known. Cardi B, she chimed in, right? So one of the billionaires has a son. This is his stepson, right? The stepson is seen on social media hollering at bitches. He's hollering at broads while his peoples are stuck in the submarine, going on their last breath. Like his father's literally gasping for his last breath, probably going psycho. You got to imagine you're losing air, oxygen. You have to come to grips that you're about to die.
Right.
Rest in peace to all parties involved, right? But I'm just giving you a perspective of how I'm trying to paint this landscape for you. So imagine you're gasping for your last bit of air. I don't even know how it feels to gasp for your last bit of air. For one. For two, who passed away first? Or did it, or they said it implored. You know, explode, that bitch implored. So it crushed. It just crushed in from the pressure. So imagine, did everybody die at once? Or was it each individual? These are different scenarios I'm painting to you that would drive a nigga psycho in that bitch. You feel me?
Right.
During this whole time, what I'm trying to tell you, his son is hollering at an OnlyFans chick. And the chick told him, I'm gonna tell you what the chick told him. The chick said, she said, can I sit on you? She's telling the billionaire son, this is a what's her name, OnlyFans girl, right?
Okay.
Named Bree. She said, can I sit on you? Now, this is why he's passing away. His father's stuck inside a submarine, taking his last breaths. The man said, yes, please. So he's hollering at a bitch while his daddy dying. You feel me? So that's why I brought about the story. I know we from the hood, we don't care about submarines and shit, but just the concept will make you think. Like, what you think about that? Nigga hollering at a bra, and that's a stepdaddy now. That ain't his biological, but crazy.
That's
Cardi
a different
Cardi B chimed in. Cardi B chimed in, and the nigga went off on Cardi B too.
Step parents and step kids that's a different relationship, man. That's a different relationship. He might have been getting ready for the Will money, man. He might got Will money, so he trying to line up his OnlyFans bitches. I don't know.
I'm asking your opinion because you got an opinion, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel like you ain't say nothing far-fetched. I don't see nothing wrong what you said.
Hey, listen. It's either one or two things. It's either that or he feel like, what can I do? I can't jump down there and save him. I'm finna solidify this bitch who ain't getting no submarine. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, man.
You say he was thinking logical, so his logic it surpassed his emotions.
Hey, his logic
into logic.
Hey, man, that man Logic said, "You about to die anyway. What can I do? Because I ain't tell you to get in that submarine."
Facts. That's a fact, though. That's facts, though. Billionaires.
That's just weird, though, man. That's weird to us, bro. We don't do no shit like that, man. I ain't.
Shout out to my white folk, but you gotta understand, white folk, they look for adrenaline rush. White people, shout out to my white folk.
I get my.
They the type that's gonna jump out of plane.
They
gonna bungee jump.
You gotta find a safer adrenaline rush for me.
In the hood is adrenaline rush. Bullets flying.
That's
an adrenaline rush.
Day.
Bullets flying through your house. That's adrenaline rush.
Adrenaline rush.
Tell me about it. All right, listen. That's enough of that. I want to go into this. This is what I want to go into, right? Now, this part right here, you got some explaining to do.
Okay, talk to me.
I see some tweets that you be sending out tweets, right? I be at the crib, I'm looking at your tweets. I be laughing my ass off, bro. You be saying some real shit, right? But when you say stuff like that, I'm just wondering. I just want you to elaborate on it, because you know a tweet, it just be like 2 sentences, and I know you can elaborate a little bit more for me. You heard?
Yeah.
Listen. First of all, I think we should go into that. The first one I even spoke to you about. All right, I seen you put out a tweet. All right, and I know you love the ladies. I know you love the ladies, right? Because I always see you giving shout outs to the ladies and shit.
Yeah, I'm a ladies man.
Facts. I see that, brother. I see that. So with that being said, right, Mr. Ladies Man, I seen you tweet it one time, and I couldn't see the tweet. I couldn't find the tweet, but you tweeted one time, and you could. I'm paraphrasing now. You could say exactly what you said. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm paraphrasing right now. You said that these hoes will lie to the point they'll lie with blood coming out their eyes and snot bubbles coming out of their nose. Nah, listen, I'm paraphrasing, but when you said that, I'm always in the hood and I'm always telling niggas, boy, hey, when a woman lied to you, boy, she would drop to the floor, cry tears of blood. But when you said it, you made it a little bit more. You just said it a little bit better than how I would say it, right? Because I like the snot bubbles. I'm gonna give it to you. Can you break that down for me, my brother? Give me the young breed logistics.
Look. First, I be trying to tell people, when I tweet this stuff, I be trying to tell people, listen, man, these are not from personal experiences. My hoes are great. I be trying to tell them I live a great life. You feel me? I just be trying to give niggas free game because I know what be going on out here.
Disclaimer.
So when I said that, I don't even really remember what was going on, but I just felt like I needed to get that game out there. And I was just telling niggas, like, I was telling people rather, hey, listen, man, a female will cry till she got snot bubbles coming out and blood dropping, and she'll look you dead in the face and lie. and I'm just trying to, look, all the females taught me how to lie. All the men in my life were straight up men.
Talk. Elaborate for me. Elaborate.
Men don't sugarcoat. The men in my life that I grew up around and I looked up to, role models, there was never no sugarcoating. They'll tell you straight up what it is. Females will lie. Females will lie to get ahead. They will lie to win. They will lie just to lie. Sometimes they just lie just cause. I'll be like, but that's a female though, man. That's female intuition. You could ask a female her age right now, and she gonna lie to you. It's natural, and it's not really frowned upon. It's kind of more understood. Like, a female to lie. Some dudes accept the lie just to get past it because they like the female that much.
Facts. Talk about it, brother. That's how I just wanted you to explain to it. I seen it and the shit was just so real. I'm like, I want to hear it from the man himself.
Yeah, but I do that especially on Twitter, man. When it'd be a lot of those healthy conversations.
That's healthy. Yeah, that's healthy conversation.
You'll have a pro female to come and she'll just hate that whole thing. She'll be like, "Oh, but niggas lie too," and touche. She'll have a point. So I like that sometimes because they create those healthy conversations. I feel like we all need. Somebody might be dealing with a lying female. A lying female might be dealing with a lying nigga. This might be a way for them to vent. This might be a way for them to understand their partner better. So sometimes that's why I engage in those type of topics.
I like that. So that's some Dr. Breed.
I throw that out there.
I like that, man. I like that, man. And I like the way you cleaned that up. That's Dr. Breed, y'all. Y'all just heard Dr. Breed. You just giving you guys proper instruction, all right?
You better believe that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Free game, man. I'll be giving out free game.
Free game. All right. We got some more here. Let me see. I want to get into that, but I'm going to save that right there. All right. Okay. So you said something that I'm going to stay on the girls. All right. This is something you said too. I was trying to figure out what did you mean by that. I understand what you mean, but I need to hear what do you really mean, if that makes sense to you, right? You said, if it's my pussy, let me sell it.
Let me take you down. I'm going to take you down pimp lane right there.
Go ahead, G.
I'm going to take you down pimp lane.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of females will tell you that's your pussy. So in order for me to know it's mine for real, let me sell it then. If you would let me sell it, it's my pussy then. Now I believe you. Now I believe you.
But
that's what that.
Listen, this is the L.O.T.S approved.
I wasn't even trying to start no healthy conversation on that one. I was just being straight up. If you finna tell me it's mine, let me sell it then.
Okay then. All right, this is the L.O.T.S approved Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 42 with Young Breed. You heard? You know what it is. Make sure you guys are smashing subscription buttons on YouTube. You should be subscribing to YouTube. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug like you do at your grandmother's house, your grandmama's house. Wipe your feet on the rug, all right? Don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher. And definitely don't be no peeping Tom. Y'all know what they do to peeping Toms, all right? So let's continue with this. Let's continue with this. All right, listen. All right, I'm trying to put them all in one because there's one I want you to explain. It was important. It's about the city. You heard? Okay. Another thing you spoke about. Okay. Ooh. All right. You see, I got a little excited right there. Pause. All right. Sukihana. Sukihana. I said Sukihani. Sukihana. Yeah. YK Osiris. Have you been watching what's going on?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you familiar with what's going on. So before you even say anything, because this is going to allow you to say what you need to say, you can put it in the context that you need to put it in, right? You sent out a tweet in which you said, who was supposed to do something, Amber? And I think this was in reference to Amber Rose defending Sukihana.
Right. A lot of times, I mean, I'm gonna explain that. Amber Rose made a tweet. I believe she said something about, oh, all those men sitting around there watching Suki being violated, or, you know, whatever term they were using to speak on the actions that YK did to her. And she basically put all the responsibility on the men that were sitting around.
Facts.
And to me, that always triggers me when females do that. Like, it'll be a random something going on, and they'll just be like, oh, look at all those men sitting around letting that happen. I'll be like, when did men become the nature's bodyguard? Like, I'm confused, because y'all be so independent and everybody make their own way, and y'all don't want to be submissive. But
don't shoot the messenger.
When it's time to, when you feel like you in a situation where you needed to be defended, then you look back at all them same people that y'all be calling weird and doing the most, and it confuses me. So when Amber did that, it kind of put me in that same mind. Like, YK Cyrus is his own man. What he did, if it was acceptable or not, would be on him. What would it would have made for, I forgot who was sitting all on the panel. I know Lil Duval was one of them.
Duval was up there.
So we in my mind, I'm saying, so we were supposed to expect Duval to stand up and say, YK Cyrus, get out the way. Don't touch her like that, or don't say anything to her like that. I'm confused. So that's why I asked Amber Rose, who was supposed to do something? Like, if she a woman, she should stand up for herself. She should stand up and say, hey, don't touch me like that. Hey, I don't want you touching me like that. I don't want to flirt with you like that. She has every right to do that. I don't think that's nobody else's job to jump up and say, hey, she doesn't want to be touched like that, or she doesn't want to. That's not their job, bruh. That's not their job. And I say that first before I even get into a Sukihana whose slogan, her slogan is, she's Suki with the good coochie.
Sheesh.
That's
don't
before
shoot the messenger.
I even get to that part. That's before I even get to that part. Because I don't want people thinking that I'm saying it's okay for his actions was okay because she's Suki with the good coochie. But I do want to remind people,
Suki with the good coochie. Shout out to her. Go ahead.
So that's how that's just why I stated that, because that put me in that mindset of stuff I see all the time when females like cut this on and off switch on. Like, when you want to be protected, when you want to be a, you want to be how can I say, like, you want to be cradled, you want to be held, and then you cut the switch on when it's like, oh, you weird niggas get from around me. Oh, I don't need no nigga for this, and I don't. It'd be kind of weird, bro. Like, I'd be like, bro, stop it. Like,
facts. I agree with you, and I never, and I like the perspective that you put on it. Just like, you know, some females, they shun certain men and call them weird and shit like that, and alienate them. Though we don't have that experience. We can honestly, we some cool niggas. We don't really be having that experience, but we see it. When they single out the broke niggas and single out these type of niggas and go over there, y'all niggas shouldn't even be talking to me if you ain't even, but you want that same nigga to run to your rescue. Right?
It's weird. It's weird. It's like, nah,
that's perspective is different. It's different.
You can't play that game. That's not a fair game to play.
Okay. So that's just your thing, because after you gonna say something about Suki, I don't know what you was about to do.
I don't have a great deal, because what I seen the big argument was people were saying, oh, she's Suki with the good coochie. Oh, she walks around with her titties out. Oh, she showed her pussy online. At the end of the day, it don't give YK Cyrus the right to do what he did.
I agree.
So I don't wanna, you know, I don't want to focus on that fact. I don't want to highlight the fact that her lifestyle and her career and what she sells is sex. I don't want to highlight that because that still don't give nobody the, get what I'm saying? That don't give nobody the right to do what YK did to her. But I'm also tell you this. If it was a nigga she liked it would have never been a problem. She would have flirted back. She would have almost did more than what he was doing.
I agree with you. So it wasn't so much that what he did was the inappropriateness came in that she doesn't like him. She never extended that offer to him. Now this is all alleged because I don't know because a lot of us was under assumption that they had some type of prior arrangement before that. He looked way comfortable. I thought maybe they was flirting before. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
That's how I thought. Right. But contrary to what I was thinking, it was something different.
When I was having this conversation with another young lady, this what I compared it to. I said, check it out. If a dude you don't care for or don't like DM you and say, damn, what's up? Nigga wanna see that pussy. A nigga wanna da 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 da. You're gonna respond to him and say, don't play with me. Who you talking to? I'll block you. You being disrespectful. On the other hand, if a nigga you find attractive or you like do that, you gonna put LOL, you so funny, when we gonna link, when you take me out.
It doesn't have necessarily. So what you're trying to say is basically, and I'm not trying to just put words on your words, but let me just break it down just a little bit, right? I feel like what you're trying to say is women are not making that decision based off of morality per se, or more so just that I choose and
preference.
Pick. It's not what you is preference. I don't prefer you.
I don't prefer you. So yeah. you shouldn't approach me like that because I don't like you.
It's not necessarily that anybody just kissed her, because some women not gonna be with that. You doing that in the public because he did it while they was on stage, so it was in front of everybody. And some women, if that was a morality thing, it would be any man she wouldn't be with that, displaying that type of affection in front of people.
Find him attractive, but I guarantee you, if she found him attractive, that it wouldn't have been that. She probably would have stood up and put her leg around him, and she would have made sure that she made the bigger sexual advance. She's Suki with the good coochie. It's a part of her persona.
I agree with you.
You wasn't gonna outsex her. You wasn't gonna outsex Suki if she liked you.
Now listen. Now another thing too. Now I gotta ask you something, because they said that you see how she be talking about that eating ass shit, right?
Right.
And we don't talk about eating ass on this show because I don't rep that. But if you want, if anybody that does do that, I'm not biased. That's I don't give a fuck. This is don't shoot the messenger. Come how you come in. Pause. Do what you do. But I preferably I don't do that, right? But I'm not shunning nobody here. So if you eat ass, bro, do what you do, homie.
Perfect show. We ain't doing that.
Facts. But I seen her when she grabbed niggas and just grabbing niggas and like grabbing their ass cheeks and doing shit like that. So was she doing that on her end? But then when somebody does it to her,
her last viral moment was her trying to eat Drewski's ass on stage.
Now check it. When you doing that, now let me tell you something. The way women feel uncomfortable, us men feel uncomfortable if you doing that to us. We feel that same uncomfortability as women feel.
Thank you.
We feel awkward, right? We're confused. We don't know how to react at first. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might react violently, but at the same time, you're still thinking like, hold up. It's just something weird. And I think it's the same thing. So is it a thing where how Finesse 2 times said, it's okay when you do it, it's a problem when I do it?
All right. That's exactly what be going on. It's a double standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a double standard. It's female, man. You know, I don't know. In Miami, I know in Miami for sure. If you grew up in Miami and you went to clubs in Miami, our females used to walk around and grab your dick. If they like you, they'll grab your dick.
Facts.
And they used to run back to their homegirls. They'll laugh, kiki about it.
Facts.
If a nigga was walking around grabbing girls' pussy, bruh, security will body slam him and throw him out the club.
Donald Trump. Grab him by the pussy. Donald Trump.
If you
don't Donald Trump
any
it.
of them girls,
you see what Donald Trump. Shout out to Donald Trump though.
No
disrespect.
And they would have got you kicked out that shit.
Yeah.
Double standards, bro.
That's fact. It's a
double standards. We live in that world, and men need to understand that. Men need to understand we live in a double standard world.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't understand that part, then you will be here debating this situation every day of your life. I understand it's a double standard. A female could walk down the street right now butt ass naked. Before somebody call the police for indecent exposure, we gonna film her and take pictures and go look.
Facts.
If a nigga walk down the street butt naked, the first nigga see him gonna call the police and say, hey, this nigga out here tripping. This nigga out here walking around butt ass naked, he tripping. It's just a double standard world we live in. They gotta understand it.
That's a fact. And I ain't gonna lie, you have me thinking, because be real, you see your perspective, Breed, on that whole situation. That's a dope perspective that you have on it, brother. And I appreciate that you shared that with the people. Right, that's why I asked you about that tweet. Because I know it's all fun and games. I know you're doing it for entertainment purposes, but the way that you peeped it, I was like, nah, he sees something there.
Yeah. You know what I
mean, I just wanted you to expound on that. Facts, though. All right, now, hold up.
Hold up.
Okay. Enough about the women right now. The women right now. Shout out to the ladies. We are
but it's over with.
We support the ladies 1,000,000%. You know what I mean? And we just speak about things. And we're gonna have some women on this show just to balance it out. You know what I mean? Because we need some feminine energy up here sometimes. You feel me? All right, now. This is something different. Like I said, to me, it's not even to me. You're a Miami pioneer.
Yeah.
You're a pioneer. If you don't know, on L.O.T.S approved media, he is L.O.T.S approved stamped. All right. Young Breed is L.O.T.S approved stamped. He is a pioneer.
Straight up.
All right. He could tell you about the culture of Miami and the grassroots of the culture. All right. Up until now. So your opinion is valid. When you give an opinion on the city, it's valid. We have to take it into consideration, right? All right, you sent out a tweet in which you said, I be peeping the weird shit my city be on. Tell me, elaborate just a little bit for me.
When I said that, it's a collective group of people out here in Miami. And you know, I ain't into the beefing and starting nothing. So I'm gonna keep the names away. But it's a select group of people that I think have a disconnection with the city due to them not being a part of what helped build the city. And I know I was all over the place with that one. I'm gonna slow it down and bring it back.
Okay.
What I really mean is I feel like the select group of people that I'm talking about, they're disconnected from the city because they weren't a part of the movement that built the city to what it is right now. So their way of being recognized by that movement is trying to tear it down. And they'll try to tear it down through social media, through sneak disses, or trying to be funny. You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of that stuff tore down what the crib built. You know what I mean? Like, I feel even now, I feel like a lot of our culture in Miami is lost. We used to be trendsetters. And now, if you go out, you will more so see people in our city trying to dress like other people's cities, or using their lingo, or it's just not enough originality in Miami as it was at one point. So, and I understand, you know, time changes, everything changes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, evolves. That's an everyday thing. That's everywhere. But what I noticed with Miami was we got lost being caught up in everybody else hype and everybody else movements.
Don't shoot the messenger.
If something is popping from a city, like music, for instance, you know, we want to stay on music. That's what we own. We want to stay on topic. If a record gets hot, and I'm just using them for an example. If a record gets hot from Texas, I'm pretty sure it got hot because it's hot in Texas. You know, they catered to the Texas lifestyle when they made that song, or they talked about stuff that people in Texas could relate to. What'll happen is we'll like that song so much, we'll try to copy that song. So now we want a beat that sound like that beat. We want that flow to sound like that flow. And before you know it, we sound like a nigga from Texas. And that's what I start realizing in the city. I'm like, yo, what happened to our original sound? What happened to our music? Even if you want to do new music, why aren't you still catering to our sound and what we built and made? But that's just my way of thinking. But that tweet, it stemmed from all that. It stemmed from knowing we got a big disconnect in the city. A lot of the young artists, a lot of the young workers, people that's trying to plant their foot in the industry, whether it be a podcast, whether it be DJing.
Don't Shoot the Messenger, episode number 42.
Whether, you know what I mean? Whether it's just trying to build a platform, whatever it may be, I noticed the younger generation has a huge disconnect with what helped them be able to do these things. So I just, when I tweet that stuff out, I see the other people tweeting out stuff that's tearing down our city. They'll just make dumb remarks or remarks I can't respect. So I voice my opinion because I feel like I can. I'm one of these local artists that I made a lot of money in strip clubs. I made a lot of money doing the things that they're denouncing. You know what I mean? They like, oh, one of the popular tweets I see that go around that gets a lot of laughs are, you Miami rappers are mad that y'all didn't make it, but if y'all wouldn't have been performing in Take One, and they'll name like random strip clubs and say, oh, you would have made it if you didn't do that. And you'll see a lot of the Miami people that follow these people. They'll continue to retweet it and laugh, and
so that's
a thing.
That's a thing. That's a thing. So they're trying to contribute to artists' struggles in Miami based off of
their
what's
performances that they made. Yeah, their performances in strip clubs.
That's crazy, bro.
Me being a person where I feel like I need to be the voice for those type of people because I've made a lot of money in those strip club markets in that circuit. I've fucking performed at all the strip clubs in Miami, and I was very lucrative. You know what I mean? So my thing is I want to be the voice for those artists to tell them don't take those jokes and think you shouldn't go perform in the strip club, or you shouldn't promote your music in a strip club. I'm like, don't let these people that are not even on the scene, these people that don't even come out to these strip clubs, these people that don't even understand the strip club is what
the strip club is what break your records. That's what Miami started the whole strip club breaking records. So I don't even understand that math. I don't know who's out there spewing that rhetoric.
Man,
I don't know that propaganda. I don't know who's following behind them, but you need not follow behind that, bro.
No, they want their name to be mentioned in something like this because they'll say, "Oh, we got them up in arms," or they'll make bigger jokes about it.
These people you referring to, these are the people that are not originally from the city. They're not natives of the city.
Man, they from Miami. They're from here. They're just a younger generation.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So they feel like in order for them to get known or to make their presence felt, they have to denounce the people that built it. So it's like, it's a weird way of thinking, but that's just what they be on. So when I put those type of tweets out there, it be specified at those type of people that be trying to put down the other artists that I see coming up and working and trying to work towards something. And I'm like, nah, man, you don't discourage those type of artists. You tell those artists, nah, man, keep hustling, keep grinding, because this person might perform at the office 10 times this year. And next year we may see him on the BET Awards.
Facts.
So you don't sit around and joke about what people are working towards or what people are starting off doing. So those be the reasons why I tweet those type of random tweets like that. And I tell them like, yo, y'all goofies or y'all weirdos, because I'm the nigga that can say it. You know what I mean? Like, I done did it. I done traveled the world. I done traveled the world 2 and 3 times. I got 2 different passport books stamped up. I done traveled the world.
Then.
I done been on every stage. I done performed in front of all these crowds. So when I look at them and I say, bro, I done accomplished hella shit, and I started out in strip club circuits. So don't tell people, oh, you didn't make it because you was performing in strip clubs. And I think that's whack. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be voicing my opinion about that. Because none of them gonna say nothing to me directly. You know what I'm saying? Once I say that type of stuff, because they be like, oh, Breed is taking up for those type of artists, so let's fall back and chill. And that's really what I be trying to do. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I see what it is, man. And I see I gathered from it. One thing, you disappointed with Miami preserving the culture. That's what I gathered from it also. And just like the whole rise of somebody coming from nothing, starting off in a strip club, as if that was a bad thing. You know what I mean? And I agree with you 1,000,000% on that. You feel me? Now, let me see here. You see, just those tweets alone, bro. We went through like 4 tweets right there. It was gonna be like 6, but to be honest with you,
we took up the whole show.
Yeah, but I appreciate that you elaborate on these tweets, man. Because you be saying some shit.
Sure,
I gotta give you credit. Let me see if we have one more here. Let me see one right here. Let me see. Yeah. All right. And this is gonna be the last tweet that I want you to this is the last tweet that I want you to elaborate on. Expound on. All right. Now I know you as a person that I find you to be a godly person, because I always see you on Twitter giving shout outs to God. You know what I mean? So I find you to be a humble person, and I know you spiritually inclined, because I've seen you. I'm telling you, I'll be peeping your tweets. Now, you said something to the effect of, I'm verbatim. This is another tweet, another Young Breed tweet. You guys follow Young Breed on Twitter, all right? And we'll go through all your social handles towards the end.
For sure.
You said, I got a lot of growing to do. Verbatim. I got a lot of growing to do. Can you expound on that for me? And that's the last tweet that I want you to expound on.
I think I ain't sure, a lot of stuff be going on, and I just tweet my feelings and emotions at the time. But when I think about it, I can't remember the specific reason why I tweeted it.
I'm gonna show you. I mean, wait, you said you actually retweeted off of it said different. It's I don't know if this is I don't know. It's something on Twitter that said different kind of maturity. And then you retweeted it and you said, I got a lot of growing to do.
Oh, so that would probably
narrow it down.
Yeah, that would probably something I seen, and I seen somebody be the bigger person about something. And I wasn't gonna be the bigger person about that situation.
I was interested. I was interested to know about that.
You
know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But I figured I was gonna touch on that, but I figured that it would have been something like that. But you reminded me of exactly what it was. Like, I still don't know exactly, but I dig the emotion I was in. But I would, even if I wouldn't have known that, I was just gonna say, like, man, 9 times out of 10, that's somebody doing something that I felt like, boy, I couldn't have did that.
You want to let somebody get away with that? You couldn't have humbled yourself to that level.
Yeah, that was probably one of them situations. But in all actuality, I do still got a lot of growing to do. I think everybody should feel like that. I think everybody should feel like.
So expound. Take the opportunity right now to expound on Young Breed and Young Breed's trajectory, what Young Breed is doing currently, and where Young Breed is going with it, where he plans to be 10 years from now. Perfect time.
Right now,
perfect segue.
Right now, I'm working on different projects. I got a lot of different projects going on right now. Music, for sure. I'm in the studio. I'm working on a few EPs. I'm working on some features and stuff like that. Videos getting shot. I'm working on the music for sure. So I always feel like I got room to grow when it comes to creating my music, creating my fan base and stuff like that. I always got room to grow there. So I'm working on that. I'm working on my shop right now. I'm working on a clothing and shoe store.
Okay.
I'm working on getting that built. I'm 80% done. I want to bring something to the city where we could share something. You know what I'm saying? We could share something in a positive light. And fashion is a big thing in my city. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You see what it is.
Facts.
We gotta be fresh. You know what I'm saying? We don't step out unless we fresh. So I wanna cater to that. Cause I feel like when it's something that the city enjoys or it's something that we all agree on, we do great when we come together. So I want to make that a staple in the city. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on building something that's gonna be intimate. It's gonna make you feel exclusive. But if you from Miami Dade County, you're gonna feel at home. You know what I mean? You're gonna be
Facts.
you gonna love to come shop at what we building. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be Miami Dade County.
Dade County shit, 305 shit. You already know. And what's your moniker, bro? You call yourself what? Because you know niggas got the governor. You got a moniker. The landlord? What you the?
I'm the project president.
Project president. Excuse me, brother. Young Breed, the project president. You feel me?
They know that.
I was gonna call you an uptown president too. You heard? Uptown general. Shout out to Norland. Shout out to Norland. Shout out to Norwood. Shout out to Woodbound. You heard me? Not Carroll City, but Norwood, right next. Shout out to Carroll City too, because he was part of Carroll City cartel. What school you went to? Norland, correct?
Nah, I ain't go to Norland.
What school you
went to? That's my home school though. That's my home school. I went to Turner Tech.
Turner Tech. Okay. Yeah, Turner Tech. Okay, so then.
That's how I know a lot of people from out there and that way.
Because Norland, you know, because my Norland niggas, niggas shout you out.
That's my home school, Norland, man. All them people, them my people.
Facts. Shout out to that Northern alumni, the Vikings and all that.
Yeah. Shout out to Northern, Woodbound, all the gangsters over there. Them
Facts, my niggas. Though. Shout out to all my niggas. That part. Listen, I want to go through this comment section, right? And just give a shout out to a couple of people here. You know what I mean? And after that, you can give the people your social handles, let them know where to find you at and any future things, where to contact you and stuff like that, right? Shout out to Chris Freeman. Where we go from the top? Shout out to E. Kenny, man. What's up, gang? What up, gang? Shout out to Paul Bizzle, Mafia, that part, L.O.T.S and Planet, L.O.T.S Planet, Young Breed, what's good? Shout out to Planet, goddammit, that's my partner in crime, my PNC. Big up to Planet, all the ways, all the time, always, all right? T-Baby Pyramids, love to see it, all right? Shout out to T-Baby. Quan James, all right, in the building. I think they all played. He's talking about the Titanic. He said, I think they all played. The Titanic was a tragedy that they should have allowed to rest in peace and be remembered in history. I agree with you. I agree 1,000,000%. Free G5, that part.
Real talk.
You heard me?
Real talk.
Chris Freeman, yo, Droop, all right? Droop in the building. Tasha Aldwin, big up to Tasha. Wow. All right. Tasha said, the reason Tasha said wow is because she said it's ladies, not hoes. Excuse me, Tasha. It's no disrespect. All right. She's correct. It's ladies. You know what I'm saying?
We use that fluent term. She's definitely correct.
You're right, Tasha. You 1,000,000% right, love. All right. As usual, big up to as usual. Shout out to L.O.T.S and Young Breed. That part.
Yo.
All right. Quan Jane, he's back again. G5 say females are a reflection of their partner, meaning they from the worst liars to become he said something like they from the worst liars to become some of the world's best. All right. Shout out to, and you know that my dog is a connoisseur. All right. If G5 told you better listen to it. You heard me? All right. And he said now he be eating niggas ass. What the fuck? Oh, YK Osiris. He's talking about YK. Shout out to YK Osiris Sukihana, that part. G5, free G5, that part's free. All my niggas that's locked behind the wall. You heard me?
Straight up.
That part. You know they watching from behind the wall, Breed. You know what I mean? And you got motherfuckers taking my content out here to my content and shit, Jordan Towers and shit like that, Breed.
Hey,
they fucking with a nigga, Breed. For real. L.O.T.S approved me that Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 42. You heard me? Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Wipe your feet on the rug. You know what I mean? That part. Subscribe to the channel. And Darkwing says, that's everywhere. That's everywhere, fam. Nobody wants to be original no more. And he was speaking about that in reference when you was talking about Miami.
About the Miami.
All right?
Yeah, real
yeah,
talk.
facts though. And shout out to Dynamite who just touched down. I don't know if you're familiar with Dynamite, my nigga pimping Dynamite. You know what I mean? He's well known out here. You know what I mean? In the hood. You know what I'm saying? Big up to my dog, Church. Yeah, that. You know? Are you familiar with Dynamite? That part. All right. Yo, what's up, cuz? Shouts out to y'all. That part, Dynamite. All right, yo, Breed. Do me a favor, bro. We're going to close this out. Tell the people how they can find you, where to locate you, dog, and what to look out for.
All right, check it out, man. Y'all already know, man. Y'all can follow me on all my social media handles. Same thing, YBMMG. You know, ain't nothing changed, man. We still hustling. We still grinding. We got a lot of new projects coming out. Y'all make sure y'all look out for my new store, Cloak, man. We doing the grand opening very soon. I'm going to do a soft opening even sooner. So y'all look out for it. Puro Miami is on the way. Y'all make sure
What's
y'all
it, Puro?
tune in.
Puro?
Puro, Puro Miami. Puro.
What's going to be in the store, Bree?
We're going to have clothing. It's going to be all new. I'm going to have all the local urban brands.
New drip.
All the hot drip. I'm going to
all
have
the new
all
drip.
The
hot drip.
I got
drip to sell.
Trust me.
Facts.
Trust me. So y'all come through. Then. Y'all gonna get fresh like I get fresh. I want to see the whole city.
You know, I gotta slide through. You know, I gotta slide through. Definitely. We gotta support.
You already know we gotta support. Things for you, bro. You know that.
Facts. So what else? Tell them what else? What they need to look for and where to catch you at.
New projects. Look for my new project. Shout out to Juice. Shout out to Boom Dollars. Shout out to everybody I've been working with in the studios lately, man. I got a lot of shit coming up, man. DJ Killer K, man. I want to give a special shout out to DJ Killer K, man. Much love. Shout out to him, man. I want to send my condolences too, man. His old boy passed this past Father's Day. So I want to send my condolences out to DJ Killer K, man. You know, he do a lot for us. He do a lot for the
Rest
team.
In peace.
That's my personal, man. Killer K is my personal trainer. He keep me in the studio. So it's a lot of
you be in the gym? You be working out? You know I'm the personal trainer, right?
Heavy,
you know.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I already know you on that.
You gotta check me out. L.O.T.S approved fitness, brother. I got a whole fitness page on Instagram, brother. We gonna get it in one day. Trust me.
We're gonna do a workout. We're gonna do a workout.
Facts though.
Let the streets see, man. We're gonna have this is what I want the streets to see, man. Miami, we're gonna be about health.
Facts.
We're gonna be about working together. We're gonna be about fitness and conglomerates, bro. I'm telling you.
That part, I echo everything he just said. All right, fitness and all that, everything.
Straight
all
up.
right, so tell them your social handles, where they can do your Twitters and your Instagrams, and your Facebooks, and your Snappers, and
Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that. YBMMG, man. Y'all follow me. Y'all hit me up. Y'all know to tweet me. I tweet back. Y'all Instagram me, man. Y'all show me the real. Show me everything, man. Keep me plugged in, man. Shout out to Dade County 305. Shout out to Broward County. Shout out to Palm Beach. Shout out the whole Gunshine State. You heard me?
Facts. The whole Gunshine State from Dade all the way up to Tallahassee. Y'all know what's up, bro.
It's
and all them in
approved,
between,
baby.
the Port St. Lucies and the Orlandos and all that in between. You heard?
Straight up.
Facts, though. All right, y'all. We out. Listen, this is the L.O.T.S approved Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 40 with the 2. All right, this is the countdown to episode number 50. All right, we just had Young Breed, which was an honor to have Young Breed. All right, Maybach Music's Young Breed. You guys go and check out his music, stream his music, go on YouTube, support whatever he got coming. And like you said, he has a store and some drip. So if you guys want to get nice and get fly, this is the man you're gonna go see. All right, let's do that. And I'm out the building, Breed. One, my brother.